The legacy of the Roman Empire in the Middle Ages in the West. The Roman Empire reigned from 27 BCE to 476 CE throughout the Mediterranean world, including parts of Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. The fall of the Roman Empire in the West in 476 CE marked the end of the period of classical antiquity and ushered in a new era in world history. Three civilizations emerged as successors to the Romans in the Mediterranean world: the Byzantine Empire, in many ways a continuation of the Eastern Roman Empire, and the civilizations of Islam and Western Europe. These three civilizations would become rivals and adversaries over the course of the succeeding centuries. They developed distinct religious, cultural, social, political, and linguistic characteristics that shaped the path each civilization would take throughout the course of the Middle Ages and beyond. The Middle Ages in European history refers to the period spanning the 5th through the 15th century. The fall of the Western Roman Empire typically represents the beginning of the Middle Ages. Scholars divide the Middle Ages into three eras: the Early Middle Ages, 400 A circumflex 1000, the High Middle Ages, 1000 A circumflex 1300, and the Late Middle Ages, 1300 A circumflex 1500. The Renaissance and the Age of Discovery traditionally mark the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the early modern period in European history. The legacy of the Roman Empire, and the division of its territory into three separate civilizations, impacted the course of world history and continues to influence the development of each region to this day. Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire emerged out of the eastern portion of the Roman Empire, with its capital based in the city of Constantinople. In 395 CE the Roman Empire was divided into an eastern and western region. From that point onward the Western Roman Empire steadily deteriorated as it divided into smaller separate kingdoms. The Byzantine Empire, however, continued to prosper, and survived until the fall of Constantinople in 1453. Around 500 CE, the Byzantine Empire encompassed the Greek and Balkan Peninsula, Asia Minor, Palestine, and Egypt. Throughout most of its history, the Byzantine Empire was one of the leading economic, military, and cultural powers in Europe. In the 11th century, the empire lost significant territory in Asia Minor to the Turks. Byzantine strength in the region fluctuated until the late 12th century, when the empire once again went into decline. In 1204 the Byzantine Empire suffered another crushing blow following the Fourth Crusade, during which time it was technically dissolved and partitioned into two domains, Greek and Latin. In 1261 the empire was reunited. However, civil wars in the 14th century once again attenuated its power, eventually leading to the empire's collapse when the Ottomans took Constantinople in 1453. The Byzantines continued to employ a traditional Roman style of government and law. Byzantine Emperor Justinian I, 527 A circumflex 565, attempted to restore the Roman Empire to its prior status by trying to recover the western portions of the empire. Although he did not succeed in doing so, Justinian did succeed in retaining the use of Roman law. Referred to as Justinianus Code, the Corpus Juris Civilis was basis of civil law throughout Europe during the Middle Ages, and in some places continues to be used to this day. Although holdovers from the Roman Empire continued to be used during the Byzantine era, Byzantine social and religious features were primarily influenced by Greek culture. The formal language of the new empire was Greek, as opposed to Latin, and the official religion was Orthodox Christianity, as opposed to Roman polytheism. The reign of Justinian I also brought about a flourishing of Byzantine culture. Justinianus' rule also saw the construction of the Church of Hagia Sophia. This famous church, located in Constantinople, served as the center of Eastern Orthodox Christianity through the Middle Ages and beyond. The city of Constantinople developed as one of the largest cities in Europe, with a population of approximately 1 million people during the Middle Ages. The culture of Constantinople represented a diverse combination of Roman, Greek, Persian, and Semitic ethnicities. The cultural and religious development of Constantinople differed greatly from other contemporary cities in Western Europe. This was particularly true of its religious evolution. Unlike in Western Europe, The Byzantine Church and state were inextricably linked, and the Byzantine emperor was regarded as both a secular and a religious figure. The Byzantine Empire refused to recognize the sovereignty of the Roman Pope and instead recognized the Patriarch of Constantinople. In 1054, the Eastern and Western traditions of the Christian Church split, referred to today as the Great Schism. The Byzantine Empire continued to observe Eastern Orthodox Christianity. Islamic Empire. Another significant presence in the old territories of the Roman Empire was the Islamic civilization. The Prophet Muhammad founded Islam, and from this new religion grew a strong imperial power. The primary language of the Islamic Empire was Arabic. Unlike in Eastern or Western Europe, Muslims did not have an institutionalized church or clergy. Muslims were expected to observe the teachings of the Quran, the 5 pillars of faith, temperance, and sobriety. Muslims were also expected to make a pilgrimage, Hajj, to Mecca at least once in their lives. In addition to abiding by the tenets of the Quran, Muslims also lived according to Sharia law, Islamic law. The mosque emerged as the site of worship, prayer, and teaching. After Muhammad's death in 632 CE, there was a crisis over the rules of succession. Disputes over Muhammad's successor, Caliph, eventually led to the division of Islam into two factions, Shias and Sunnis. Shia Muslims developed as a more conservative faction who believed that only a descendant of Muhammad's family could be eligible to rule and act as an intermediary between God and man. Sunnis held a more liberal opinion regarding succession, arguing that any capable Muslim could be eligible for election as the Caliph. From the 7th century through the 15th century, the Islamic Empire moved westward, and at one point had successfully conquered nearly 50% of the former Roman Empire. By the 8th century, the Islamic Empire had expanded into parts of the Mediterranean, North Africa, the Iberian Peninsula, and the Indian. This gave the Islamic Empire access to some of the key trading routes of the Mediterranean. During the Battle of Tours, 732, the Muslims fought Frankish and Burgundian forces, but ultimately failed to make substantial inroads into Europe. The empire was divided into several provinces after disputes over the proper protocol for succession. Caliphates were established in Damascus, Baghdad, North Africa, and Spain. The Islamic economy revolved around commerce and trade with China and the Mediterranean, as well as the manufacture of luxury goods such as silk, spices, carpets, and jewelry. Islamic culture also valued learning and education. Arabic, science and mathematics flourished during this period, as seen in the perfection of algebra and the adoption of the system of Arabic numbers by the West. The first signs of the collapse of the Islamic Empire started around the 11th century, following a Turkish invasion. During this period, Christian Europe began to launch a series of crusades against the Muslims and their control over the eastern portions of the Mediterranean and Palestine. Military attacks aside, the empire was already operating on tenuous grounds. The Islamic Empire had no centralized political entity and stretched geographically from Spain to India, uniting diverse groups of people only through language, Arabic, and religion, Islam. Throughout the 14th and 15th centuries, the Ottoman Turks, who had converted to Islam in the 9th and 10th centuries, successfully gained power and territory, culminating in their victory at Constantinople in 1453. Western Europe. Of all three civilizations to emerge following the collapse of the Roman Empire, Western Europe started off as the least powerful and likely to thrive. Western Europe's culture blended Germanic languages with a Judeo-Christian belief in faith and monotheism, and it maintained several customs from the classical period, such as its political and literary traditions and a philosophical emphasis on reason. The development of Western Europe changed dramatically over the course of the Middle Ages. Throughout the entire period, 500 A circumflex 1500, Western Europe was united by a common religion, Christianity, and a common language among the educated. Latin. Vernacular languages spoken throughout Europe primarily stemmed from Latin or Germanic roots. By the High Middle Ages, 1000 A circumflex 1300, Western Europe had moved from a region of small and weak economies and governments to a strong and Expansionistic civilization. The early Middle Ages, 400 A circumflex 1000. The early Middle Ages was a time of prosperity and growth for the Byzantine and Islamic civilizations. Western Europe, on the other hand, produced very few literary, artistic, or cultural creations, which is why the period has been referred to as the A circumflex Dark Ages. A circumflex, the early portion of this period was an extremely violent phase for Western Europe, consistently under threat of invasion from external forces, such as the Byzantines, Slavs, and Scandinavians. There was also no shortage of internal hostility and bloodshed. Frankish kings of German ethnicity, referred to by the page 4 of 6, Greeks as a circumflex barbarians, struggled to establish their own monarchies and battled one another for power and domination. While this fighting destabilized the Western Roman world, it laid the foundations for the future nation-states of Western Europe. By the end of the early Middle Ages, Western Europe began to stabilize, politically and economically. The Frankish Empire thrived during the Carolingian dynasty, especially during the reign of Charlemagne. Charlemagne's appointment as emperor in 800 CE by Pope Leo III fostered a revival of the politics, culture, and society of Western Europe. Referred to as the Carolingian Renaissance, this revival was primarily undertaken by elite scholars and clergymen in Charlemagne's court. But alas, Charlemagne's empire would not last long after his death, due in part to infighting among Charlemagne's descendants. The empire was divided into 3 kingdoms. The hostility between the descendants of Charlemagne would continue to shape the development of Western Europe from the 10th century up through the 20th century. During the early Middle Ages, the feudal system was also introduced to Western Europe, contributing to agricultural stability and prosperity. The feudal system developed after the fall of the Carolingian dynasty as a form of social, political, and economic organization and stabilization. The major features of feudalism symbolized the characteristics of the early Middle Ages. Its basic structure resembled a small kingdom, with the primary emphasis on the relationship between lords, vassals, and the peasantry. The lord, roughly defined as a nobleman, owned a large piece of land, comparable to an average present-day county. He would then grant parcels of land, called fiefs, to knights or vassals. The vassal, or lord of the manor, would then divide up his land further and allow peasants to live on it in exchange for their labor. This relationship formed the basic principles of manorialism, the major social and economic component of feudalism. Serfdom emerged during the same time, as well as the condition of bondage of peasants under manorialism specifically and feudalism more broadly. The High Middle Ages, 1050 A circumflex 1300, the agricultural and economic effects of feudalism led to a new phase in Western European history. Agricultural advances, such as the 3-field rotation system and the heavy plow, helped produce an enormous increase in Western Europe's food supply and population growth. The High Middle Ages also saw an increase in trade. After the Italians defeated the Muslims, trade through the Mediterranean and long-distance trade became available for Western European merchants. The Italian cities were at the forefront of this revived commercial activity. Similar advances in commerce were taking place in Scandinavia between the British and French. This led to the complexity of a monetary economy and banking system throughout Europe. One of the most significant outcomes of this booming commercial activity was the revival of towns and urban life in Western Europe. Many new towns were created alongside rivers and coasts to accommodate the new culture of commerce and trade. The development of medieval towns produced a new socio-economic class that operated outside of the traditional feudal structure. This new class, merchants and skilled artisans who were an intricate part of this new commercial revolution. Politically, the High Middle Ages saw the creation of national monarchies in England and France. In 1066, William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, invaded England. William brought feudalism to England and helped centralize the state. By the 13th century, England developed the origins of a parliamentary government, symbolized in many ways by the Magna Carta, 1215, which limited the power of the king. Under the Capetian dynasty, 987 A circumflex 1328,